Welcome back. How to stick to your diet even if you're a busy business owner. And if you're wondering questions about how do I stick to a diet, how to stay on track or stay consistent on a diet or workout plan so you lose weight and you can keep up with it. In this video, I'm going to go over why being consistent is probably not the real problem and what to focus on instead to hold yourself accountable so you lose weight, you feel great, you do the things that you want with your life. Welcome. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I help business owners lose weight and feel their best without crash diets or guilt. So, see if you can relate to this. Saw this on Reddit. I lack consistency. I move in and out of things when I get challenged with life, and I am constantly out of energy after long shifts at work. I'm obese and ashamed of it. I started a plan for a diet and workout. Then I paused when life events happened. Then I used excuses. I've attempted to hit the gym, but I can't do it consistently. I can no longer lie to myself with doubt and delays, and I'm not getting any younger. How do you commit to lifestyle change? So click like if that's something you relate to. If you're wondering that, how do you commit to this lifestyle change? What you could happen, some of your first thoughts, or what someone else said is honestly, it's so sad to say, but it's as simple as telling yourself no, treat yourself like a spoiled child. And I disagree with that approach because you're treating yourself like a spoiled child when really it's just about focusing on the right things that will help you stay consistent. Now, if you want help with this, my coaching method, the Live Aligned method, is the most compassionate way to lose weight and feel your best without crash diets or guilt. We focus on vision, focus, and practice. I'm going to give you a little breakdown of what you can do differently here so you don't have to treat yourself like a spoiled child for not being able to stay consistent. Now, what I ended up replying in my own comment, being inconsistent is an end stage concern. It is a symptom. You don't change that by just telling yourself to be more consistent. It is a result of an inconsistent practice. You're not able to stick to the plans that you've set for yourself. So what happens, just telling yourself to be more consistent or just tell yourself no like a child isn't likely to work because it doesn't resolve or solve any of the issues. You're just going to beat yourself up and you're not going to give yourself a better process for how to change. So another question to ask yourself, do you believe that you haven't been telling yourself no or you just forgot? Is it something like, oh, like I didn't know I can just tell myself not to do that, so that's why I'm doing it now? A lot of times that's not the case. Person went on in the conversation say, one, I lost discipline, and two, I held no accountability for my mistakes. And this awareness is an important first step to understanding what happened and then how you can address that. Having a coach helps you understand this process so you can ask yourself correct questions and get better answers. So the first thing, when you say I lost discipline, I asked, what did you lose discipline to? Most people will get stuck there and they feel like I'm not good enough. I don't have enough discipline or motivation, or I don't know what's wrong with me, or something's wrong with me in general, right? And then you feel like you're spoiled, or your parents didn't raise you right. You go down the wrong path and it doesn't help you get the results that you want. So what I like to point out is that you have discipline. Everyone has a level of discipline. Now, this is a little controversial, I guess, because there's this whole perception in the weight loss industry and wellness industry about people who are overweight or lazy or they lack discipline or they are stupid or they're less than or any of that. Everyone has discipline. Now, follow this, but you're disciplined to your current habits. You have a routine, habits, things that you do that got you the results that you have today. And even if you don't think of it as a discipline, you have a discipline, even if it's disorganized or not curated or not thoughtful, or you haven't even considered it, or it's just automatic to you. You are disciplined to something. And that's why changing what you're trying to do is so difficult, because you're used to what you used to do. Does that make sense? Click like that makes sense to you. So to go further, you want to ask yourself, what specific rule set or values were you undisciplined to or breaking? When you tell yourself, I lost discipline, what exactly are you lacking discipline in? Did you have specific rules? Do you know what values you violated that makes you feel like you're undisciplined? Or are you just saying, I didn't get the results I wanted and I feel undisciplined because of that? When you focus on the right part of that, you're better able to address the underlying problems. So to go further than that, you can ask yourself, what's the goal? And the person said to lose weight. And that's really common. That's the whole thing with Fit for Freelance and this like weight loss space, is you have this goal, but you don't know the steps to take to get there. So when we dug a little deeper, it turned out that he had a vague plan that wasn't realistic for his needs. And a common challenge, what most people will do that'll get them stuck, is that they will target a calorie target or a calorie goal that is too small and too big of a change from their current habits. So you might have heard that, or you'll put it in MyFitnessPal or some app and it tells you like 1,200 calories per day is the goal, but that is usually too big of a change from your current habits and what you're currently disciplined to stick to it and to get the results you want. So then you end up feeling undisciplined and like something's wrong with you. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is set up specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound objectives so you know what to do and how to hold yourself accountable to get the results that you want. So then you can discipline yourself to a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound objective instead of just making something up and wondering why you can't do it. Because that other way is definitely the hard way. Okay, so if you want to see what's keeping you from staying consistent and get personalized tips on how to fix it, you can take the free 3-minute Live Aligned scorecard that's linked below. Let's go a little bit further on the second thing they said. I held no accountability for my mistakes. And so what you want to do is look at having a clear plan where you understand what you're trying to do or intending to do, what you're aiming and dedicated to doing, committed to doing, all that. And then once you know the plan you're accountable to from step one, the second thing you can ask is, what system do you have for accountability? What are the consequences that you face for being undisciplined? So if you don't have any clearly stated consequences for your clearly stated rules, then you really have like almost no chance of making sustainable changes because you don't know what you're doing and then you don't know why you want to do it. Like you just, it's like rules with no consequences, no teeth, no punishment or reward for actually following through with what you do. Apparently, that's what it feels like. So then you don't have a reason to do it, and you can go for a long period of time not making the change that you want because you don't see why you should do it unless you think further. So that's why you want to know the plan that you're accountable to and what you're intending. So if you need help figuring that out, next you can watch Have a Plan Warning. Are you about to start a low calorie diet? I'll put that over here. Let me know what you think about this video. This is a good way to get started in terms of thinking about your plan specifically, what steps to take, and how to hold yourself accountable. So click like, subscribe, and as always, keep practicing. Peace.